Hello again. Hi. Okay, this time is part three. Okay, this is our last part for our lecture today for our KMC 6023, and please bear with me. Okay, don't go somewhere else. I know it's very tiring, but doing online, but we try our best. Okay, so for part three, what we're going to discuss, I'm going to share with you the application of personality studies and individual differences. There's so many things that we can do. Of course, in our clinical work, how personality assessment are used in clinical settings for diagnosing and treating mental health condition. Definitely, as a counselor, we are not able, no, for diagnosing. Yeah. However, we need the knowledge, we need the skills to identify the signs of personality disorder, mental disorder, so that we can, communicate and refer to our friends, psychiatrists and clinical psychologists for further checkup or further assistance for our client. Normally, what we do is that we can use the personality assessment, and this assessment actually is the valuable tool for us actually to screen. I would say, yeah, the word is screening for us, and how we are able to do the recommendation for our to our clinical, no, to the psychiatrist perhaps, yeah, and of course they really need to do their own assessment, and we have our limitation as a counselor. We need to know our limitation, and but at least we understand how the process of what do you call administration for to understand personality. Okay, so this assessment provides insight into individuals' personality traits, emotional patterns, coping mechanisms, and interpersonal functioning, which can aid in formulating accurate diagnosis and developing appropriate treatment plans. So, of course, there are two diagnostic purposes, and we need to understand the clients. The reason is to understand the client personality structure and identifying specific personality traits or patterns that might contribute to mental health issue. And differential diagnosis, this is more on the how we can differentiate between various mental health conditions with overlapping symptoms, yeah. And then sometimes we need to understand that part as well. And we need to see, remember this morning I mentioned that we need to learn how to observe or analyze or assess the thin lines between what the clients say, the behavior, and also the emotion involved in them. Okay, next one, treatment planning. We need this, yeah, after we do the assessment, and in our clinical work as well in counseling, we need to do the treatment planning, the intervention planning, for instance, yeah. We need to identify coping mechanisms, and then also we need to assess treatment progress, understand treatment resistance, and of course the risk assessment as well. Okay, so the next one, and guiding therapeutic approach. If they do not need any medication, and they can, I mean, the psychiatrist can refer back to us, and then we can plan, what is the best therapeutic approach for our clients, and predicting treatment dropouts and personality disorder diagnosis. Well, I really hope that you guys one of the days lah, it's good to understand and learn how to diagnose or screen personality disorder. They how our personality can be disordered, and then how it can relate to the mental disorder or mental illness. Okay, so application still in under the clinical application. We are very, it's very common actually. We use personality assessment in our therapy and counseling. So you can see here, these are the what do you call it, the testing that or the assessment that we use sometimes. However, you can see here is more overseas one, and but they can be general. The assessment can assess generic population, such as Malaysian, or maybe in our among our with for our client, right? However, of course, it is best for us to develop our own, but it has a long process to do it. And then but no harm, yeah, for your future study, and this is the time for us to contribute back to the knowledge body of knowledge in counseling. I'm not going to, discuss one by one about this. I mean, it's good that you read up, and then later on you will learn it from Dr. Azahari. Okay, and the second application is organizational application, and especially for the HR. And then even right now, counselors, organizational counselors are recruited, and then their office is under the HR, and then they involved with the exit policy, and also in the selection. So I think this is very important to predict the job performance, culture fit, or maybe the personality, is it fit or not with the job that offered, and identifying whether that person has the potential as a leader. And we try, because there's so many implications right now, okay, regarding the turnover in the company, in organization, and right now as well, due to the geopolitics in the world. And then now there is an instruction that some of the organization, they work from home, to reduce the, what they call that, the facilities, the usage of the facilities, the utilities. And however, the performance of the employees at home, and then the well-being of them, well-being when they're working at home, and then how they manage the work and the family, the home itself. So it's also another thing that we have to discuss, and then we have to explore, and then how maybe we can provide the solution. Enhancing the team dynamics, personalized onboarding and development. Okay, so talking about this again, identifying potential challenges, legal consideration. That's why when it comes to our reporting, what we do actually is legal, and we have to be very, very, very careful with our reporting, right? And streamlining the selection process. Okay, the second one is how we can understand the individual differences can improve the team dynamics and workplace productivity. So these are the other, reason behind this: optimal role allocation, effective communication, enhancing problem solving, increase the empathy and support, conflict resolution, promoting inclusivity and diversity, and so on and so forth. Yeah, you can continue to read up this. Yeah, and in terms of the teaching strategies and classroom management, for instance, right now we are instructed to do online class this semester for 1 year plus, for month, well, for 1 month plus. So we need to be very versatile. Yeah, we are in terms of learning style, and then differentiated instruction, and motivation, engagement, classroom environment, classroom management strategy, building relationship each other with the activity that we have, and so on and so forth. Okay, the next one, individual learning. This is educational application, how individual learning styles and impact on the academic achievement. So for this one, of course, the reason is improve engagement, enhance comprehension, boosted self-confidence, and so on and so forth lah. Huh? Okay, the very important one when we talk about personality studies, what are the ethical consideration that we need to do or we need to obey? Yeah, the first one, privacy and confidentiality. And I mean, working with human, we are working with human being. Whatever we do with our clients, there is informed consent. Similar with the research, yeah, there is a human ethics that we have to follow. Yeah, so this is regarding that we want to earn the trust and openness, ethical obligation. We try to protect the sensitive information and try to reduce the stigma, and then also protect protection from discrimination, and we also can do the informed consent, to spell all this matter. And we are talking about data security as well, since that our lifestyle right now is a combination. We blend with the virtual world and the reality world. So data security is very important, and this is related to the professional integrity, long-term relationships, and legal requirement as well. Okay, so another thing is that the consideration ensuring that the results are securely stored and only shared with the relevant parties. And um, number three, avoiding stereotyping and bias. So this is very important since that we come from what do you call a mixture of the culture, multicultural. We have a lot of values, norms, and cultures that we need to respect. And how to do the respect? How to ensure that we respect each other. So this is what we need to do. Okay. All right. Um, okay, let me recap. So this morning we learned about understanding about the personality and individual differences, or ID, and then later we discuss on the factors that influence personality and the applications of the personality in different setting. And whatever we do, we have to follow, we have to obey, we have to oblige with the ethics, our own ethics, counseling ethics, and the research ethics whenever that we are studying about human being. All right guys, so I wish you all the best. I hope that these two videos will help you to understand a little bit more about what we learned today, and the activities that you guys doing in this afternoon will help you to understand human better, which is your own client in the future, in the near future. And so I hope that you guys are able to learn and apply what you guys what you guys did today. All right. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone. So wish you all the best. See you again. Bye.